Hello, Cougar Nation, and welcome to another Coaches Weekly for this season of CUC Track and Field. I'm Jonathan Shear with the Cougar Sports Network, and joining me once again is head coach of Cougar Track and Field teams, Andy Chizzo. Coach Chizzo, thanks for coming on again.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
And Coach Chizzo, your squads are coming off of a meet this past weekend back at Olivet Nazarene University for the ONU Tiger Open in a meet that marked the halfway point of the outdoor season. 2 more regular meets and then conference left to go. So having breached that halfway point with the ONU Tiger Open, how are you feeling about where your teams are at right now?
It's kind of funny. We were just talking about this prior to this recording, how fast everything's going, and it's like you blink and you're missing stuff. It's pretty incredible. Halfway point. Yeah, let's discuss. A lot of good things happening. The men's sprint squad is killing it right now. There's some standout distance runners right now, killing it right now. I couldn't be prouder and more happy for a lot of these individuals coming and doing what they're doing and gritting it out and gutting out these performances. It's pretty nice to see. Not only that, but it also puts a level of effort and determination with everybody else trying to meet or exceed that standard that they see with our not only our veterans, but with our rookies as well. It's pretty awesome. So, yeah, I mean, the good weather is going to bring about some great performances. We've been seeing that now in this last couple weeks. Certainly the weather is supposed to be holding up, if not getting better as these weeks go on. So I'm just looking forward to just seeing some great results, more PRs. I don't have a PR board. I'm so sorry. It's 2 weeks in a row. I think we were talking about it earlier. We averaged at least 20 plus PRs each week now, and it's hard to keep up, to be honest with you. So just trying to do that. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, but no, that average of 20 plus 20 PRs on weekly so far this season, that's a really big part of the trajectory that your teams have been going on this year, is that consistent improvement from a lot of your newcomers, freshmen, underclassmen.
Yeah, I love seeing it. It just shows the consistency that we have and the progression that we have. It's a testament to the staff I have. The kind of the coaching and the communication is working really well. So the progress is being made. Now it's just we keep that pedal to the metal, so to speak, and gear up for conference. These next few weeks, and we'll talk about it more, no doubt, will be more on the mental side of things again, focusing with practices being more deliberate, not just going through the motions, trying to get a sense of where our bodies are in space for a lot of the individuals doing jumps events and stuff like that, because it's easy to go through practices and just kind of go blasé and go through the motions, but when you have a more focused, determined kind of thought involved going into the practice, it becomes, you want quality more than just that quantity at that point, especially late in the season.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that there's been some standout performances, and one of those big standout performances, the Cougars did have an event winner this past week, which was Ariel Martinez in the 3K steeplechase.
Yeah.
Took first place in that event, and there are plenty other standout performances throughout the weekend too. So how does it feel when you have all of this work and then you have a mid-season meet and you get some wins out of it to show that the work really is there?
Yeah, I think probably the best thing to note with that as well is, we were against some NAIA talent and some good ones at that. ONU brings a lot of good individuals. Their student athletes are really, really good. St. Xavier was there as well. A lot of these NAIA schools can bring a lot of good talent. So seeing this our Cougars, compete against that and exceed and excel with that was great to see. So hopefully we have more of those in the future as well. So.
And honestly, looking up ahead to that future now, your squad heading back to Wisconsin this upcoming weekend, up to Wisconsin Lutheran College, second time this outdoor season, this time for the green and white invite. So you're heading into that second half, and I think you kind of mentioned it. It's going to be sort of a transition to more of a mental focus now as we head into the home stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be noted that this is where conference is going to be held in just a couple of weeks after this meet. So there's that mental side of things. It's going to be better weather. Mm-hmm. So, there again is some of this mental kind of aspects of the training and foreshadowing that we were going to try and do before the end of the week is letting them know that and letting them know this is your chance to put it out there, show them who you are, and then say, hey, in a couple weeks, I'll just be better.
Yeah, and you have that couple weeks when it comes to setting sort of performance targets or goals for each of your athletes, how do you go through that process now that you're into that home stretch of trying to set up that end point to get to?
Yeah, I think from a coaching perspective, I mean, especially like I'm dealing mostly with jumps, horizontal and vertical jumps. Everybody's different, right? So at this point in the game, I have certain training methods that are shared equally amongst everybody, and that's typically with the warm-ups and stuff like that. But when we get into more deliberate kind of actions, technique-wise and drill-wise, I'm customizing a lot of the stuff specific to the athletes in mind. Some athletes are bigger than the others, so some don't have to do certain movements or actions than the others. And as a coach, you want to customize it and make it as good as you can, as efficient as you can. And sometimes you have to think pretty creatively at times too. Today's plyo workout for my jumpers is going to be based on a hill that's just on campus here that I've been looking at for many, many weeks going, once I ramp up my plyometric training for my jumpers, I'm going to have them start doing that. So we're going to do that today. It'll be interesting.
But yeah. Thank you again, Coach.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Talk some Cougar track and field. And like we mentioned, those Cougar track and field teams are back in action this upcoming Saturday, April 20th, up at Wisconsin Lutheran College for the green and white invite. To get caught up on all your Cougar track and field from the past few weeks and to get prepped up on everything that's left to come, make sure to check out CUCougars.com. I'm Jonathan Shear with the Cougar Sports Network, and thank you for joining us once again for another Cougar Track and Field Coaches Weekly.